Ever wondered who would emerge victorious in a clash between the darkest wizards of their times, Grindelwald and Voldemort? Today, we delve into the mystical and unveil 5 compelling reasons why Grindelwald, with his cunning strategies and unparalleled command of magic, might actually hold the upper hand over the notorious Voldemort. Join us as we unravel this enigmatic power struggle. Reason number 1, absence of fear. No matter how terrifying Voldemort was, he always had fears. He had 2 main fears, Dumbledore and death. The Dark Lord was afraid to attack Hogwarts until Dumbledore died. Voldemort only fought Dumbledore once, but eventually fled when he saw the auras. Meanwhile, Voldemort feared fighting the Hogwarts headmaster, even though he was practically invulnerable, while all Horcruxes remained intact. He feared death even more than Dumbledore, which compelled him to split his soul into several parts. Grindelwald, in fact, was not afraid of either Dumbledore or death. This is indicated by his not overly protecting his life, sometimes making rash and risky moves, and even allowing Voldemort to kill him. Reason number 2, opposition to legitimacy. In Harry Potter, only a few wizards used legitimacy. It allowed one to look into another person's mind and learn everything necessary. It was used by Albus Dumbledore, Harry Potter, Severus Snape, Bellatrix Lestrange, the Sorting Hat, and Voldemort. The latter made legitimacy his hallmark. The Dark Lord invaded the minds of many wizards, but not all could withstand him. Only Severus Snape and Grindelwald managed to do so, who during the Dark Lord's visit to Nurmengard did not give Voldemort what he wanted, and even began to mock him. Narcissa Malfoy might also have deceived the Dark Lord when she told him Harry was dead in the Forbidden Forest, though some believe Voldemort did not check her because he so strongly desired Harry Potter's death that he was afraid to hear words about him being alive. Reason number 3, followers of Grindelwald. Both known dark wizards had their armies of followers, but Grindelwald's army was more motivated and loyal to him. Undoubtedly, the Death Eaters were cruel and powerful. They managed to capture the Ministry of Magic and almost overcame the defenders of Hogwarts. Their side had not only giants, but also various gruesome creatures from the Forbidden Forest and even Dementors. But all of them feared Voldemort, and he was not sure of their loyalty. Many betrayed him as soon as he was defeated in the First Wizarding War. The same happened at the end of the Battle of Hogwarts. When it turned out that Harry was still alive, half of the Death Eaters simply fled from the battlefield. Grindelwald's people were more reliable because he tested them with a ring of fire that destroyed anyone who could betray him. Only the most faithful and steadfast wizards remained with him. Thanks to this, Grindelwald did not have to fear being stabbed in the back, and this did not develop paranoia in him, like in Voldemort. Reason number 4, the better duelist. As mentioned earlier, Voldemort feared Dumbledore despite having several Horcruxes. This is because the Dark Lord almost had no chance of defeating Albus, as the latter was stronger and more skilled. After his resurrection, Voldemort could not even win a duel against an exhausted Harry Potter after a grueling trial. Of course, the Dark Lord was still weak from just being reborn, but this is still a weak excuse compared to parity with a 4th-year student who had only 1 real year of defense against the dark arts taught by the imposter Moody. Meanwhile, Grindelwald had shown his abilities several times just in the movies. In the end of the first, he opposed an entire group of auras and felt more than confident. In the third Fantastic Beasts film, Grindelwald fought Dumbledore and only retreated because their duel reached a stalemate. Reason number 5, more intelligent and calculative. Voldemort was a skilled deceiver who, through lies at the beginning of his path, achieved a lot. He had no problem keeping his involvement in opening the Chamber of Secrets a secret, as well as extracting information about Horcruxes from Professor Slughorn. Tom Riddle failed to deceive only Dumbledore, though Albus could not oppose Tom except for refusing him the position of defense against the dark arts teacher. Voldemort was also a sufficiently smart wizard who came up with the idea of creating Horcruxes. However, key moments were either not done by him or only partly by him. Dumbledore's death was the result of many assassination attempts by Draco Malfoy and Dumbledore's cunning plan, and Harry's arrival at the cemetery at the end of the Triwizard Tournament was thanks to Barty Crouch Jr., who deceived everyone for a year, including the headmaster. The Dark Lord even failed to hide his Horcruxes well, and he rashly ran off to kill Harry Potter after learning about Trelawney's prophecy. The Dark Lord knew the prophecy was incomplete, but it did not stop him. Grindelwald was always calculative and made decisions with a cool head. Only once did he lose his temper, when he attacked Credence in the third Fantastic Beasts film. In the first part, Grindelwald deceived the entire Ministry of Magic, including the Minister. He swayed Credence to his side, and in the third part he deceived the entire wizarding world and nearly became the supreme leader. In the end, Grindelwald clearly was not the type to be guided by just a piece of prophecy.